Hi guys, so today's Busted Out. I'm going to use this Autoship that came from HSN through the Crafter's Companion Verse stamp set, I guess. I don't remember what, exactly what they called it, but I've been showing it and I opened it for like a haul video and I guess I got it like in July, so it's a couple months old, or a few months old. Usually with Busted Out I try to use things that are really old, sometimes it's just a few months, so this time it's a little bit newer. I'm going to use probably some papers that I have in my stash, of course. I mean, how else? I can't just make papers. I gotta get them from the stash there. So, but let me open this up because we kind of took a little quick peeky at it yesterday and in one of my other videos. So this comes with foiled inserts, and this is what it looks like if you signed up for the Autoship, like right now that they had just done the same thing again for the Today Special the other day. You're going to get something very similar in the next ones. It just, you know, different colorways. So there are 4 foiled inserts, and I generally, if I have links in the description box for other items or whatever might be available, those would be affiliate links, which means I make a small commission if you purchase items to those links before I get too far. Again, so this was to go inside the card. These are, I believe, 4x6, and these look like they have silver and gold, so probably 2 gold and 2 silver. Or are these all silver? I can't really tell. I wasn't paying attention enough. That looks gold, but it looks silver also. These are inserts, yeah, for a 4x6 card, and then I believe these other ones would be inserts for a 5x7. Let's check it out. Again, I did cancel the Autoship, and I already talked about that. I just don't feel that this is worth what they're asking for, but it doesn't come with card bases or anything. This is it. This is what the Autoship looks like, so it's just these pieces of paper. Again, 4 of them, which really kind of blew my mind. I thought there was going to be a lot more in here. 2 purple and 2 white, 5x7 inserts, and these are vellum inserts, and I'm assuming there's 4 of these too. So I did cancel Autoship, and I did not return these in time, so I still have them. But it turns out to be about roughly $43, and you get 16 inserts, basically 16 inserts, right? So again, that's silver and kind of gold, I guess, on the purple paper. I'm trying to see. Yeah, the gold is very silver looking. I can't really differentiate that. It could be my lights too, the way they shine on things. So you get like 16 pieces of paper, like inserts, and then 2 sheets of stickers and these stamp sheets. So let's try these out today. I think I'm going to use the 4x6 because I'm going to use some Anna Griffin dies. And even though she really does size her stuff for 5x7, I just want to make kind of a quick card, so a little bit smaller. Okay. And then the envelope stickers, and this one happened to be like a girlfriend set, I think, like about being friends or something. So we'll look at the stamps. I haven't really even looked at the stamps. Oh, I was like, there's nothing, it's back here. Oh, this is funny. I think I even mentioned in my video yesterday, and 2 sheets of stickers. There's 1 sheet of stickers. 1 sheet of stickers and 16 pieces of paper. And then this stamp set for $43. No box, nothing else. That's, yeah. And I could tell when I opened it, I was like, what was, 'cause it was so skinny, like there's nothing going on, and it was that, and it really surprised me, actually. So this is the Female Family and Friends Autoship of the stamp set. Again, these are acrylic stamps. It's kind of interesting because they made them look like photopolymer. You know how the photopolymer has like that softer edge, and it's kind of like mottled a little bit in the back, you know, the stamp itself, and they made them look that way, but they are acrylic. Oh, so, okay, well, I guess it's different things. Female Family and Friends, that's why. So it's birthday girl, grandma, you're the bee's knees, you are like a sister to me, best mom ever, for every special for a very special grandma, side by side or miles apart, sisters are always connected at heart, with love to my wonderful auntie, or auntie. I would say auntie, actually I would say tia, because tia is what we say in Spanish for aunt, but fabulous granddaughter, with love, grandma of all the moons in the world, I'm so glad you're mine, and special birthday wishes, grandmother. So, I think I'm going to use these. I always have this one set of dies sitting next to me, this Anna Griffin one, and we are definitely, oh, you know what, I'm crazy. Oh no, yeah, what? Did I show the other insert? That's weird. Where's the other 5x7? Oh, this one. I was going to say there's the paper one too, right? Did we look at it? Oh, I guess we did. I just totally forgot. Okay, so this is supposed to go inside the card, and so is this other one. The last time I used this, whenever I did a video the first time on like this kind of thing, it was kind of funny because you have to construct your card, but then you have these bits that you want to stamp, so you kind of have that in mind as you're working with it. And I think I used one of the regular papers on the outside of the card and something else with the inside. I can't remember exactly what I did. But I'm going to have to find a 4x6 card base, which there's tons of them like in this Crafter's Companion sub boxes, or even from the beginning verse, right, compendium, which is sitting right there. So I'm going to grab a card base, and I think I'm going to use the papers from LDRS Creative, the watercolor papers that I reviewed not too long ago, because I want to use them. And then we'll see how this might get put together. I'll be right back. Okay, so one of the reasons I wanted to use the LDRS Creative paper is because I wanted to use the ephemera kit, and I can't find it, which makes no sense. I will find it by the time we need it, because it's in here somewhere, and I could have sworn it was right here with all the other LDRS stuff. I try to keep things that I get for review and stuff like that like together, and then whenever I buy things, so those things I've picked up that are LDRS all together, and that is the one thing that's not there. The paper was there, every other stamp and die set, but I will find them. They're around here somewhere. So this I got from a sub box kit. This is also Crafter's Companion. We'll probably go with one of the purple kind of inserts. I am afraid to use this vellum because I don't really know what stamps on it well, and I saw that Sarah just stamps with any old thing. She uses pigment ink, it seemed like, but pigment ink has to be set or else it's going to smear. So I will probably use pigment ink, I guess, and then maybe I'll just put some clear embossing powder over it. But let's pretend that's the one we're going to use in the inside. I don't really know what's going on, like what I'm going to put on any of this, but let's use that. I'll put these to the side for now, and let's grab some paper. I am in love with this paper pack, and I heard from a lot of you guys that you are too once you received it and got to feel it and use it. Let's see. Oh, you know what? There's one thing, when I had reviewed it, I had mentioned that both sides were the same. It's because, you know, I'm just looking at it real quickly, and they are, but one side has a much larger like scale than the back side. I don't know if you can see how much smaller that is. So on a scrapbook page, just, you know, makes a statement and it's nice and everything. For a card, you might want to use this side that's a little bit more fine. So that's what I'm going to do today. So if this is legit 4x6, let me take a quick measure. 4 by 6. It's a, yeah, 4x6. So I'm going to cut this down. Actually, I don't need this extra piece right now. Let me put this away. Now this does have a direction, so we want to pay attention to that. So if this is 4x6, I'm going to go 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. I want to use this top piece. By 5 7/8. Let's see how that looks. Very good, and it's right in there, just nestles right in there. Okay. And then I think I'm going to use this die and cut something, so it's really going to take that up. And you see this is an Enegriffin die, and even at that, it's still bigger than 4x6 by just a little bit, the die itself. So maybe the die cut will be what we need. But I'm going to stamp first, I think. Stamp something and then cut it with this. And let me choose a paper. I'm thinking, I normally don't use like colored paper to stamp on, but I think that's what we'll do for this one. If I can find like a light pink or a lavender kind of color. So I'll be right back. This paper has me a little bit curious to try it. I know we have a purple insert, but maybe I'll switch that out to white. What's funny is it's going to cover this blue one anyway, so there's a little bit of blue here, but I kind of like the look of this. And I think I'm, yeah. Okay, well, let's try it. Now I'm going to stamp this, but I have to give myself room also to cut the die, you know what I'm saying? Oh. I used that paper before, so it's crooked. Like I need to stamp like in here so that the die has room to cut. And hopefully this will work. Birthday girl site. So these kind of things are like what I would stamp on the inside of a card, but you can put it on the outside. And some of these things don't really actually go. Now if I had looked at this first, I would have thought about, like, that one fits there, but I don't have a granddaughter. With love, Grandma. I'm not sure if that means like with love from grandma or with love to your grandma. That's kind of for a very special grandma. Okay, so let's do that one. And then I don't even know if I'll have something. I guess on the inside I can do the grandma, you're a bee's, you're the bee's knees. I don't know. Okay, let me see how this looks. That part doesn't really matter actually because we can straighten it out. I just need to make sure it's in here. And, I guess I'm going to stamp in black. I was thinking about doing like a dark blue or something. Or brown. Should we do brown? This rich cocoa is so dark it's almost black, but it's really a dark, dark, dark brown, so maybe I'll do that. And I think I might have to stamp this twice. We'll see. I get asked all the time. Not bad. I think I'll leave it because instead of, well, let's chance it. I can just turn the paper over. Where I get this stamping platform, and it is super old, and we're memory keepers and they don't make it anymore because I suppose it's too close to the Misty design and they didn't want to get sued or keep getting sued, or maybe they settled, I don't know. But Studio Light, I just picked that one up from HSN. It's actually on its way. Very similar. It's all magnetized and it has two little magnetic buttons, and it was like $23 or $24. So I ordered one of those, and I'll review that for you guys very soon. I know, like I said, with all the money I've spent on different ones other than the Misty, I could have just got a Misty, but I am okay with trying out different things. Let's see here. I'm trying to see where this might get cut and hopefully not be crooked. So I'm gonna stick this down, and I think this fits in the marquee, so we'll try cutting with the marquee, and I'll show you real quick just because I get asked all the time, no joke, pretty much every video I make if it's the marquee that I'm using. And I think it's because people are wondering because of the way Diamond Press always sends along a cutting folder with their stuff, so they're like, oh, you must have to use Diamond Press stuff. But no, they just do that to be cool, like, so you have an extra cutting folder every time. But you can definitely run any thin metal die. Cutting machine can cut any thin metal die. It doesn't have to be the same brand. I'm trying to see if I have... Oh, this might actually need the bigger... Okay, cool. I'm just going to cut this down. So this is obviously Anna Griffin die, and I'm going to run it through the marquee, because again, they're all interchangeable. Wouldn't that be a bummer if you had to buy a certain brand every time? Well, I have a ton of machines anyway, but like if it had to be that way, that's not good. So get yourself a machine, and then you can cut any brand thin metal dies, and you're good to go. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Does this have embossing? I think it does have embossability. Okay, well, I'm gonna let that fall out real quick. And to get the embossing, I usually run it through with foam, and I totally forgot. So let me grab a piece of foam. I try to use the uglier foam that I have, that way it's not a big deal. And you can keep reusing it until it falls apart. You don't have to use it the one time and toss it. Sorry, I should have just run this through. So what happens is whenever I have something that does have embossability and I want to run it through the marquee, I just add a piece of foam. And I'll cut it down if you have bigger foam. This one fits pretty much perfectly. So that helps push your paper up into the die, and you get that embossing. Now this is very thick, so this is kind of scary, but also I put it in crooked, so that doesn't help. The marquee I can see on this side, it's bending. So, very good. That looks like. Alright. So what I was saying, as far as you can keep reusing it, like I don't have to remove this from here. Oh, this is so pretty. I can just leave it all intact like that, and then just run something else over it until it's so squished, because it's going to poof back up anyway because it's foam, but you can keep using it. I'll put this aside, and look how pretty that is with all its embossing. Pretty cool. Okay, so all I'm going to do is clean this out because I am going to use it again, so you always want to take out all these little bits because it might hinder the next one cutting nicely. And I'm also going to run this through some gold Anna Griffin type paper, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, with this one I'm not going to emboss it because it's going to be barely peeking out the back, so we'll get this out carefully. And this die set is super old. I think it was the first one that came with like the Impress Mini whenever Anna Griffin first came out with it. Now see, this paper was thicker to begin with, so the embossing is there even though I didn't add a piece of foam. So we have that. Let me think about what I want to do here. So obviously I'm going to glue this down because I'm just going to glue it down for now. But, you know, either side looks great. And then these guys, so you can drop shadow a little bit, you know. You can cut this in half and then put one half peeking out the top, one half peeking out the bottom, which is kind of what I was going to do. And I'm going to cut in half this way, not this way. So I'm just going to eyeball this. You can put it on your paper trimmer or however. And I'm going to cut from right in here, right across. I'm trying to get from point to point. And I'm going to glue that there. So I kind of learned this from like my tonic girls. That's what they do a lot with their design sometimes. And there and there. Ah! So I'm going to put the glue on this piece because this piece will definitely touch pretty much everything. So I'm going to take a moment to put glue all over this. Maybe not that very. There we go. Here, here, a little there. And I'll do the same thing with the bottom piece. So you can see just a little bit peeking out behind there. I want to make sure I don't put too much glue down here. And I'm going to hold that down. Oh, see? Gotta hold it down. And on this side I'll do the same thing. I'll put glue on the back and then stick this down here a little bit sticking out. Right? And I'll be right back down. Then on the back it's just a little split, so you can barely notice that it's kind of missing on this little edge. And they'll have this guy popped on there. I will find my die cut pieces if it's the last thing I do. No, they gotta be around here somewhere. I know I've been moving things around recently, and especially because I'm like, oh, I use ephemera all the time and I'm gonna put these here, so I know I put them somewhere where I thought they were put away with the other things, so I will get to that in just a minute. Let's see. I can still do the purple on the inside, I suppose. Oh, but it has a silver. Okay, let me see if we have a vellum insert that has the gold. Maybe we'll go with the white one. See, I think that's gold. No, this one's gold. That is crazy. They're so similar to me. I think it's this one. Actually, I don't even know if either one of them is gold, but this one looks a little more gold, so I will do that one. Oh no, Miranda's awake. Okay, I'm coming. Oh, you guys. So, oh, this one's even bent a little bit. I'm going to fold this in the other direction, just so I can get it a little bit flatter, so when I stamp in my stamping tool, I can do that. And I'll be right back. Okay. So I've chatted with her about not just calling for me, that she can just come down. We don't have to wake everyone up at the house. So, alright. On the inside, I think, since we have the grandma, I guess we'll do grandma here, the bee's knees, like I said. Our special birthday wishes, grandmother. Okay, again, this is vellum, so, you know, you can just experiment with what different types of things you can stamp with. I know Stays On will stay, but Stays On, you know, the colors aren't usually like the prettiest things, but this will definitely work. Now, I want to mention, this is the Anna Griffin Pigment ink, but this is the color box ones, and this is super old, and it works really great. The newer inks, I will not, well, I'm not a huge fan of. Let's just leave it at that. So I might have to stamp this a couple times, but we'll see. And especially if you just want to do this with any watermark, you can just use watermark ink and then put whatever color embossing powder you want. But this happens to be gold, so the clear embossing powder will show up gold. You can also still put gold on top of this if you want. Okay, that looks really good and plenty. And I know the other day I used like a bronze glitter, so I don't want to put that on there. Okay. And I always have this sitting here, clear, super fine detail embossing powder that I love. And that's just going to set it. Otherwise, if you touch that pigment ink, it's going to smear. It's going to smear days from now. It'll smear many days from now. This stuff is just, it takes a long time to dry. You can heat set it and it still wants to smear sometimes. So I did not rub this with my embossing buddy because I didn't think to, but that's okay. It's clear anyway. But this kind of helps me. These are from Arteza. I got a long time ago. They're just erasers, but it has a brush, so I've been using it for this kind of thing, really. I'll go ahead and put this away. I tell you, that ink takes forever to set, so I'm not afraid that it's going to set up or dry before I hit it with the heat tool. And then I gotta search for the other stuff. So yeah, this is definitely like silver. I don't know what's going on, but either way, I'm going to heat this up. And with the heat gun, what you do with your embossing is you wait for it to change, and then you move on. Don't sit there like that's already getting where it needs to be. Okay, good. Move on to a different area. You don't want to sit there too long because it just smashes down and becomes like nothing. And that was pretty quick. Alright, and now you can really tell that that's silver and this is gold, but that's okay. Alright, let me find my ephemera. I'll be right back. Success. Found it. Where do you guys think I found it? In a drawer. I got a new Michaels cubby thing, like one of those tall drawer. I don't know the brand name. Actually, I think it's from like the Best Box or what is it? Something like that. A Very Good Box or something like that. I love that one. I've shown it to you guys before in one of my other craft videos. I actually think this one's taller. It doesn't bow or buckle like some of those other ones where it's like those drawers you find like Sterilite or whatever and then they start caving in on the top and on each other. This thing is so sturdy. They are more expensive, but they're my favorite. So next time I do a video, I'll show it to you guys. And I put a bunch of ephemera stuff in one of the drawers. And that's where I put that. So we'll put this in here again. It came to me crushed. And with this guy, normally I run tape here, which I guess I'll still do, but if you want to use like a wet glue, you can definitely do that. I just think it's going to show up, but oh well, what are you going to do? So just on this outer piece, just on that edge, and there's like something that's going to stay there forever, for posterity there. The only reason I'm taking it is because vellum is see-through. Otherwise I normally wouldn't fight with something like that. Let me see if you can still see it. Yep. I'll pick that off. Come on. There. And you just place it here, and then you close your card. And when you open it, that comes up with this side of the card, and that side stays down basically. So whenever you open it, there it is. Okay. So we're going to do this, and then I'm going to dig through here and find some pretty pieces that I can maybe tuck in on top or underneath or on the side or whatever. And I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about all this stuff over here. So it's maybe something like this. So I think what I'll do is I'll build this up here, and then I'll pop this up, and then I'll put this on top of there. Alright. And I got the children waking up. I'm going to do this again. I'd probably go with a different blue paper here. Let me see where this is. Yeah. And I'm just leaving these stark white. Like I didn't distress anything, you know, or like even over here. Just going to put that kind of in the center since we know where the center is. And if you notice, these leaves are slightly different than this one over here. I grabbed those on purpose, but there are opposite ones that are exactly the same. let that dry. And then I'm just going to pop that up on there. Oh my gosh, with some 3D glue gel, which I'm going to have to fight with, so let me open this up. I'm going to put some 3D glue gel on the back of this, and I'll be right back. I should have shown you guys what I did, because this is just impossible for this one. This one's far gone, because I didn't keep it from drying out to begin with, and it kept drying out. I just cut the edge. Oh, it feels so nice, and I squeezed it, and look how everything just comes out. So, that was enough for one card. Look at this. Oh, I should have shown you guys. Very satisfying. It just came out like... Alright. Probably a little too much, but that's okay. Look how nice and sturdy that keeps it. And then I'm going to clean up what I just did here. Clean this up, put that away in a bag, and put some just regular dimensional adhesives. Probably maybe even on the back of this if I can't mess with this yet. But I will be right back on that one. Okay, sorry, I'm just eyeballing. I just put some down there, and I'll put some back here just because I put so much of the 3D glue gel. I can't mess with this too much. And that is it for today. So, you know, we mixed and matched lots of different, or several different companies, and put a little something together. I can see that one. Hold on. Move this down just a little bit. There we go. Almost eyeballed it right. So there it is, guys. Lots of different stuff going on here for a very special grandma on the inside. If this worked correctly, this should open up. It's just very tight, that vellum. Grandma, you're the bee's knees. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had fun with this one. I, went through a few different things there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have links to the description box if there's anything available that I had shown here. And I'll have some images for you guys. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.